जल्दी भी चले जाए तो कोई मसला नहीं, आप जल्दी जाके वेट करें ना 2 घंटे। हाँ, that's what we're gonna do.
नहीं छोड़ रहा हूँ।
Asad Yaqub here, and today is a wonderful day. It's a very pleasant evening of your country. Let's see, we have more flags from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. Today with me we have Mr. Mohammed Tasifur Rahman. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I am very well.
Worst climatic calamities. We've got floods in my sympathies, and things are going to be better soon, right? And yeah, we are really sorry. So Mr. Tasif, you are the head of business development, British Council, right? And British Council, a small room back in 1997, 98, and they used to conduct IELTS test like 8 to 10 students, but now there are millions of students who are appearing in this test, right? So let's just get started. I just want you to give a little introduction of yourself and then we proceed.
Thank you.
All right, there's one more thing. I literally appreciate my team. You know, right in front of the camera, you can see 2 people, but in front to 30 people who are making all these things possible. So I'm literally thankful to video quality and crispy voice and all that. So Mr. Tasif, how are you feeling?
I'm very well. Thank you very much.
That's great. I'm feeling about it. Okay. So let's just get started about you and your intro and all that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So I'll go in a bit detail. So when we talk about IELTS, it's something that touches deep within me. So it is a journey that I started my career with after doing my degree in Pakistan.
Wow.
I sat for my IELTS test and went for my university education in the UK. So, and it all started with IELTS. It was the kind of thing that introduced me. So I did my engineering. It introduced me a variety of topics and to study and improve my language proficiency.
Wow.
It helped me when I was in the UK. So I realized with the university, with the language proficiency that I improved, helped me get better opportunities working on front-end roles and working with the people in the UK. It's a very diversified kind of culture there, and people from all over the world come there. So I had the opportunity to meet and interact with people from all across the globe. Well, I saw a lot of our Pakistani and other South Asian fellow students who lacked the language proficiency. One of the challenges they were facing was they couldn't communicate well, and they had to kind of opt for back-end, labor-intensive, blue-collar jobs. And they were not growing very much through that kind of experience. So communication is something that I realized is something very critical. So that is where I started. So today I'm really proud that I look after IELTS in Pakistan, and I'm able to support a lot of students and professionals to go through this.
Well guys, I'm really thankful to your comments. There are so many flags. Wow, amazing. Until this time, I've seen most flags from Bangladesh and Pakistan. I've seen Indian flags as well. Thank you so very much. And let me tell you, we have just shared a link, right? If you have any query, any question, anything you want to know further, my team is here. They're going to answer your every question. Just click on the link and then you can just ask your question and we would love to reply. Okay, so don't worry about that. And we have this pinned comment. You can see under this video there is that pinned comment. In pinned comment there is a link and you can just see that. My goodness, you can see so many hearts. Ask you so many questions this evening. Okay, so have you had your dinner or will you have it later?
To enjoy the questions as well.
Okay, that's great. All right. So, I mean, why should somebody or why should the candidates take IELTS with the British Council?
That's something very important to understand. So, as I was mentioning, how I went through my journey. So when I talk about British Council IELTS, it goes way back. It goes even beyond when IELTS even came into existence. British Council has been working students, professionals, learners of language to help them get through this. So what we have been doing is providing the UK universities and the universities across the globe some form of testing even before IELTS was invented, and we created a lot of tests. So we built in 1980s. IELTS came into being in collaboration with Cambridge University, and that is where, as we speak now, it is a gold standard for language assessment anywhere across the globe. It is trusted by 13,000 plus universities, governments and organizations. It is a test that is taken by more candidates than any other English test currently available. So it is kind of attraction. And it is helping a lot of people prove their language proficiency for English, which is, as we know now, is the language of business communication, and in the era of AI, it is a language of technology as well. So something in terms of assessment, in terms of exams, in terms of candidate.
Your test on computer, what do you offer?
People are now going for online learning, online courses, and COVID has acted as able to offer previously with the traditional model. We can now offer more flexible test sessions. We can offer to reassess. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you all these things, okay? So I'm quite excited about all these things. Let me tell you guys, entertainment, everything is on computer. So now they can comfortably take their test. I just want to know, we've got one skill retake in IELTS, computer delivered one skill retake. Can you take this option once, or you can do it twice as well? I just want to...
you can do it once, so that's a one-time opportunity. So if you say someone gets, both of them will be valid, and a student or a test taker will have the option to use
IELTS 10 times just because required ban in one of the modules. But now I think it's pretty straightforward.
Definitely.
If you don't get 7.6, you can do, and I think it's easier to reappear in one module, because then you can focus and you can just do that. All right, that's good. Now, I would like to know, British Council offers preparation material as well. This is really fantastic. And one of my students just told me that when you book your IELTS from British Council, you offer some course like it's IELTS Ready Premium, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So would you please tell us more? And guys, I will answer all your questions. My team can see your questions. I'm going to answer every question. Please hold on. Just attend the session, and I'm
website, and you can register for it right now. No cost. It's absolutely free. Free access to IELTS Ready Premium.
Right.
That is built on mock tests. You get a lot of videos. You get preparation support, and with an AI-backed model, it gives you personalized content to help you improve areas where you're weak. So it will assess where you are currently, and it will give you questions that are relevant to your, and give you the right challenge to improve on and build on to get your desired score.
Okay, Tasif, you're going to make and all that, but this is amazing.
But nothing can replace a teacher. These are preparation tools and supports in areas, say in their writing skills. I don't think, and I personally believe a teacher is absolutely necessary. These are the tools. So what we're doing here right now is, with the technology, and books are being replaced by more technology and kind of intelligent books that are available and interactive.
You have preparation material, because when we had paper delivered, we had now you have Ready Premium. Okay, one of my students, he just asked a question, and he made a very innocent face when he asked me this question. He said, difference between IELTS and IELTS UKVI. Do we have to prepare for UKVI somewhere else? And he asked me, he said, sir, do you teach IELTS UKVI also? So what do you think? What's the main difference between IELTS and IELTS UKVI?
So I will talk from the perspective of a test taker. In terms of a test taker, IELTS and IELTS UKVI are exactly the same test. The only difference is for IELTS UKVI, there is a separate arrangements that the test center has to make. So we at the British Council will make those arrangements as per the UKVI requirements. So there will be additional security checks, there will be video recordings that need to be submitted to the UKVI, and those are different checks that we have to meet. Apart from that, the content of the exam is absolutely similar to a regular IELTS test.
Okay.
So anyone preparing for IELTS would not need anything extra to prepare for IELTS applying to. If they are okay to accept it, then yes, you can. If not, then probably you will need to opt for other IELTS general test.
Okay, that's fantastic. Tasif, I tell you something funny. The other day I saw an advertisement and they said, go to Australia absolutely without. Is the highlight of such type of advertisements IELTS. So I just want to know, like some universities, they claim that they accept students.
Some universities may give exemptions to students that IELTS may not be required, but I would highly recommend that you check with your embassy and any other requirement that may be there in your journey. So there may be a requirement at the visa stage where you will be required to submit your IELTS score to prove from the university without the IELTS test. So it is highly recommended not on these things with the embassy website and the university as well to ensure.
Well guys, thank you so very much for your kind messages. I can see them on the screen in front of me, but I would love to come back to your questions, to your comments. There is no problem at all. You can ask me whatever you want to ask. My team is there. They are going to answer you any query, any personal question related to IELTS. You can just here, and by the end of the session, we are going to have your Q&A session as well. We are going to answer all the questions. Okay. Now, there is another thing. You know, when we talk about IELTS, people think IELTS is only for studies. So IELTS and studies, they go side by side, right? And I still remember in the past, once there was a call center, and you'll be surprised to know there was a certain band in IELTS. So, I mean, those candidates who showed them IELTS TRF with a certain band score in listening and speaking, and they gave them job happily. So is IELTS only for study purpose, or we can use it for other purposes as well?
Yes, you're very right. So IELTS is used for a variety of purposes. So there are people, a lot of people we see are university students who apply for their education, degrees and everything. So we see a lot of students that apply for IELTS, but then there are professionals who say, for example, Canada Express Entry, UK skilled work visa programs, and other Australian immigration and other programs that they are applying to. So what they do is they also sit for IELTS. They usually, the requirement for them is IELTS general test or UKVI IELTS. There are a lot of people who apply for IELTS and they are looking for a professional career, or they are looking for moving to a new country where they need to prove their language proficiency through IELTS.
Right.
So yes, there is a mix of audience that we get test takers who come and register for IELTS.
That's great. I still remember many of my students are nurses, and one of my students from UAE, she did her IELTS for teaching job. Right? Okay, in IELTS, there is something remarkable, there is something amazing. I mean, it just came with computer delivered IELTS, and we call it EOR. EOR is a life changer, I think. Exactly. So that is what we call inquiry on results.
Yes.
Like sometimes, you know, when candidates become examiners, do you know this thing? Candidates, they become examiners. Sir, I wrote 7-band essay. Sir, I did listening for 8.5 band. They themselves become examiners. So what is this EOR and how does it work actually?
Okay, so EOR is inquiry on results, and what does it mean? It's like if you applied with your IELTS result and you would like to get it rechecked, you would apply for an EOR with the British Council. You can apply for EOR after your result, and then it will go through a marking process. And once it has gone through it, you will either get a result that stays the same, or it may go up. depending on the rechecking, and that is how it goes. So this is something that is an option available for students who are not satisfied, apart from the one skill retake that we talked about earlier.
What about the students who do not apply for EUR? They are like marked well by, I think IELTS is marked by two examiners. So still we've got this option if they're not happy. Okay, this is wonderful. Like, you know, at times you're not happy with your result. So then you can go for EOR, inquiry on results, and then a senior examiner will re-evaluate you, I think.
Yes.
Yes, and there is certain fee for that,
yes,
which you get back. Yes.
So if your inquiry on result is successful, so that means if you get a result that is increased from your original score, you get the complete EOR fee refunded back.
All right, that's great. So when we talk about IELTS speaking, with computer delivered IELTS, some students, they ask me this question, sir, my speaking test, will it be face to face? And some students, they say, sir, I booked my IELTS, I was expecting an examiner, but there was a screen, and I think we call it remote speaking or something like that. So will it be face to face, or will there be any screen, and we call it remote speaking test with online examiner?
Okay, so with IELTS on computer, what we are now doing is IELTS offers a human expert examiner for assessing the speaking skills. We call it video call speaking, or VCS, just like EOR. So there's another term that you might kind of need good to know.
VCS, video call speaking.
Yeah, so we call it video call speaking, where an examiner would be available live in front of the candidate on a screen.
Okay.
And that's how the speaking test will be conducted. There are some instances where we may have a face-to-face examiner as well. But in most of the cases, we are now using the video call speaking as it offers more flexibility. So if we need an examiner, so with the face-to-face examiner, one of the challenges we could face is an examiner could get ill and they may not come, and we had to reschedule and cancel the test. The video call speaking, we can get an alternate examiner immediately and ensure the candidate's time is not wasted.
So being part of IELTS team, which one is better? Like students, sometimes they have this, what do you say, belief that if we appear in video call, we do not get good bench score. If we have this physical examiner, then we get good bench score. So are there any things like that?
IELTS is kind of monitored with a lot of standardization. So any examiner would be focusing on the standards. So what happens in terms of speaking is, if even on a video call speaking, there will be one examiner who will be assessing the candidate's speaking skills. There will be another examiner who will be listening to the audio. We will not be looking at the video to ensure the marking is fair and accurate. And that is how we ensure the trust of these 13,000 plus organizations who are accepting IELTS, who are trusting IELTS for the purpose that it exists for.
Okay, this is amazing. I think, like, if we've got things like this, and let me tell you guys one thing honestly, IELTS is a test where you are marked by a professional examiner. Okay, let me tell you, it is not any AI based test where there are certain templates, right? So IELTS is the test where there will be human examiner, and listening and reading, they may be marked through, like, you know, they've got, they set the answers, but still there are checks and rechecks and rechecks. I'm sure about that.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. Let's just go on. What if I have a medical condition? Like I have my IELTS exam at 11 o'clock and at 10 o'clock my heart starts pounding, or anything like that?
That is something that I would like some extra time, and I would like to inform our viewers here. There are lots of things that may come up. So it could be as simple as you may get ill before the test and you may not appear for the test. So that's one condition, and that you can apply for a test date transfer within 7 days of your test date. You could not appear by submitting obviously evidences of your illness or whatever happened. Another thing is someone would have a requirement for special arrangement. So we recently had a candidate who had a hearing device. So they needed to have that on the test day. So in terms of special arrangement for that, what we did, we asked them to submit their medical evidence that they really need that and what kind of device is needed. We got it approved and candidate was able to do that. There was another case where a candidate could not appear for IELTS on computer, and they needed a paper-based version of IELTS test. They had vision issues, so they needed an enlarged font size. They needed someone to support them
Okay.
to write the test. It took some time, so the standard time period for these kind of requests ranges from 2 weeks to 6 weeks.
Okay.
So if you have a requirement where you need to sit for your IELTS test and you have certain requirements that need to be supported, we will be more than happy to support you. All you have to do is to contact us in advance, let us know your requirements, submit your evidences. We will take that forward and we will be able to support you. We recently had a test candidate who required a special supporting software for their test. That software alone costed more than the test fee, and British Council was more than happy to provide that at no additional cost than the test fee.
Amazing, fantastic. So this is a great news for special people. You know, students often contact me and they tell me that they are either visually impaired or they've got some hearing issues. So I think this is the best approach, like you are accommodating such students as well. This is really good. Okay guys, if you have any questions, so there is a pinned comment. In that pinned comment, there is a link. Click on the link. My team is all around me. Okay, you cannot see them, but they are working on all these comments, and you can just send us your query and we are going to get back to you. If like we're going to have a question answer session as well towards the end. I can see your questions. We are summarizing the questions as well, and we'll take some live questions too. So if you have any questions, you can just go to that pinned comment and there you can raise your query and we're going to get back to you with that. All right, now, you know, when we do reading, in reading, I mean, when we read the text on computer, sometimes we read a sentence and then we forget about that. I read about William Shakespeare somewhere. Where is that? Where is that? That takes all the energy. So is this possible to highlight the text in actual IELTS exam?
Exactly.
Wow.
So my personal experience, when I look at the interface from paper-based version, the old version, to the computer-based version, you have an option to highlight the text. You also have an option to add a note, just like you would scribble on a piece of paper. So you can go back to it, so you can highlight those texts, you can put your notes on it if something you want to remember with that reading, and then that will help you in answering those questions. Another good thing with the reading is the screen is divided in half. So on one end you have your reading passage, on the other end, on the other side you have your questions. So you can scroll up and down on both ends, and you can easily navigate through the reading section of the test.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know, I am the person who is the happiest one about this computer delivered reading. When I teach my students, I've got left side passage, right side questions. I highlight, like, you know, there are things that I just tell them about. Okay, now let's get going. Actually, you know, there are so many questions that I can see on my teleprompter, but I would love to answer all the questions, okay? So, is there any difference between IELTS academic and IELTS general training? But first I want you to elaborate a little on academic IELTS, general training IELTS, and then what is the core difference between academic and general training IELTS versions?
Okay, so academic, as the name says it, it's majorly used for academic purposes. So if someone is applying for a university admission, they would be required to take an IELTS academic test,
okay,
or an IELTS UKVI academic test. Depends on the university requirement. If someone is applying for a work visa or an immigration program, more than likely they will be required to take the IELTS general test.
Okay.
The test majorly are the same. The difference comes in the writing part of the test. So academic and general. So as the name says it, academic would have more academic type of passages.
Okay.
General would have more general day-to-day kind of scenarios in terms of the writing and reading side of the test.
What about listening and speaking?
They remain as same as academic. So they're both same in kind of academic and general. The only difference comes in academic and GT in terms of writing and the reading test.
Okay, I've heard about one IELTS test. It's something like IELTS life skills. What is it and what is it for?
Okay, IELTS life skills test is designed specifically for UK. It is a test for candidates who are majorly applying for spouse visa,
Okay,
or in some
okay.
cases some other categories of visas, but majorly majority of the candidates that we see who register for life skills test are people who are applying for a spouse visa. So you get married to a person in the UK and you need to be with them.
Okay.
The UK government requires you to sit for the IELTS life skills test.
Right.
And once you clear that, you may apply for your visa. That's one of the visa requirements there.
Okay.
It is a test of listening and speaking skills,
All right.
and it is registered and taken at different locations. We have
Okay, there is one thing I would like to know before you proceed. I'm sorry to interrupt. Basically, like, you know, in the past, students had to travel a lot for IELTS test. I still know a couple of examples where all night my students traveled to reach their test center, and then next morning when they had their test and they were drowsing and all that stuff. So like, can I find a test center near my house or in my city, like British Council IELTS test centers?
Yes, definitely. So one of the things that we look after in British Council is increasing the reach for our test takers, getting closer to the test taker as much as possible. So currently we offer IELTS test at 18 locations across Pakistan.
Wow.
So I'll give you one example. A few years back, we opened a test center in Quetta, and I happened to visit that after the test center was open. And she said, "We are so thankful for you to bring the test to Quetta, because it was literally impossible for females to travel all the way to Karachi, Lahore, or Islamabad to take the test. And it created a lot of opportunities for them to explore and obviously achieve their dreams. So that's something that we are doing. And we are continuously improving. We recently opened up a test center in Mirpur for IELTS on computer.
Okay.
We are already delivering IELTS on life skills in Mirpur. Now we are offering IELTS on computer there as well.
All right, that's amazing. So, okay, as we've discussed about IELTS practice material, do we have any kind of website where we can find more practice material? Like, where can I find free IELTS practice material?
Okay, that's a good question. What I would say is, if you can write it down, viewers, it is very simple. It's called takeielts.org. Takeielts.org.
Okay.
And that's a website where we have everything related to IELTS. All the, when I talked about IELTS Ready member and premium, all the details are available there. And there are different preparation support materials that we also upload whenever they are available. If there's something webinar going on to support candidates, remember, takeielts.org.
All right, so in the presence of takeielts.org and IELTS Ready Premium, I think I should become a bus driver for my future, okay, in order to continue with my livelihood and all that. This is really amazing. You know, at times you don't have access to any good IELTS trainers. So in that case, I think one can self-study and then can appear in actual IELTS exam. All right, there are a few more questions I would like to answer. Actually, you know, it's really great that you are with me today and you can answer all my questions, because this is first-hand information that I'm extracting from you, okay? So let's get going. You know, in the past, I remember students had to wait for 10 working days to get their IELTS result, 2 weeks. Again, dates were difficult to find, at times 2 months wait and all that stuff. How soon will I get my IELTS result?
Okay, that's a very good question. So with IELTS on computer, we are now offering results within 2 to 3 days, and in some cases within 24 hours as well. So
24 hours?
Yes. So in some cases, not 100%, but we are aiming to make sure that we achieve that. So previously, we know you very rightly said it used to take 13 days to get a result. And then since it was IELTS was available on certain days within a month, 3 to 4 days a month, during the peak seasons where university admissions and a lot of other things were happening, it was difficult to get a date. Now with IELTS on computer, we offer 2 IELTS sessions every day, 7 days a week. 2 IELTS sessions per day and 7 days a week. So you have got plenty of options. So wherever you want to register, you can, at a convenient time, you can register for your test. So how early can I register for that? Like 10 days before or what? You can, currently you can register 5 days before the test. but you can, but we will be looking forward to reducing this window as well.
Right.
So what our ambition is that we have a candidate who comes in and says, we want to appear for IELTS, can I register now? And we are able to register them. But this is something where we are working on.
That's amazing.
But then, yeah, currently, yes, 5 days.
Okay. All right. Now, I would like to ask you something very, very important, and it's going to save the life of many people. Okay. And that is like, you know, the other day I saw a post and a lady was holding many TRFs of IELTS. And she was telling that, yeah, we have wholesale IELTS certificates, yes, and she was holding all the certificates, and I was like, oh my God, they have that Sunday market of IELTS where they are selling all these certificates. So, I mean, my question, what I really want to know that, can I get a fake IELTS certificate online?
If you ask me, yes, you can.
Okay.
But if it will be useful, no, it won't be.
Ah,
So
this is the point. This is the point, absolutely. You can get fake IELTS certificate, but
yes.
It's not going to be
so what
useful.
happens, so for the viewers here, do not fall for it, never fall for it. So when those of you who have registered and taken your IELTS test, you would notice your picture gets taken on the test day, your biometric gets taken on the test day.
Okay.
That is used for your verification of your result. It is very easy to identify a fake test result.
Okay.
So never fall for it. It is very easily identifiable. It is of no use. It's a waste of your time. And then at times, in extreme cases, we have seen people who somehow got to their destination at university or the country they wanted to, but they were deported back.
Okay.
Because of this thing that obviously they do not tolerate.
Right.
This kind of behavior.
All right. You know, once what happened, one of my subscribers, he contacted me. He said, sir, check this IELTS TRF. Is it real or fake? Now, you know, fake TRFs, they look like real ones. Okay. So he said, sir, this is my TRF. I just asked him this question. Did you get it from exam, like you appear in exam, or you bought it from somewhere? He said, no, sir. I paid $3,000 for it. You just tell me, is it real or fake? I said, well, if you bought it for $3,000, it's 200% fake. And then there is another thing. Candidates, they don't know how to get that verified.
Yes.
Because that verification is with some selected universities and the bodies. So that fake IELTS certificate cannot be actually verified, right? So what do you think? Like, I mean, I was really laughing at those pictures where a lady was holding, and then they go beyond this. They show some pictures where someone is handing over IELTS TRF to, if you want to get this, just pay 2,000, 3,000 and all that. Yeah. So how can we stop this type of thing?
So in the era of AI and all the things that are happening, I don't think it's going to stop. But what we need to be doing is creating more awareness around this. We need to inform people about this.
Okay.
And then that's the only way we can get rid of these scammers and ensure our safety and the safety of people around us.
All right. So my colleague Shumaila, she's actually working on all the comments, and I'm thankful to you. Well, guys, there is a link, there is a pinned link, and in that link we have just, you know, you can ask the questions, right? If you want to. There is a link, click on that link, it will take you to another web browser, and there you can just type your questions, and we will get back to you personally and all that. So my colleague Shumaila, she has actually, summarized some questions. Tasif, I'm sorry. You will sleep well tonight, I'm telling you. You will sleep well, and in your dreams you will have computer delivered IELTS, UKVI. You just hand me over. That's great. Oh my goodness. There are so many messages. Well, guys, now I can see your messages, right? So first, I want you to just type your questions, whatever, and please be to the point. Okay. All right. It's hard to read. Like, you know, there's so many comments coming. All right. First, we've got this question from Vakar, right? Vakar, hello. How are you doing this evening? Fantastic. Good. So Vakar, you just want to know, is the speaking test face-to-face in computer-based IELTS? Yes, we've answered already, but still I want you to just say some more about it.
So it is with a real examiner, an expert examiner, What we call it is video call speaking. So there will be an examiner on a screen live with the test taker taking the speaking test for the candidate.
Okay.
So it is with a live examiner, it's a human examiner, there is no machine or recorded thing.
Okay,
so it is live with an examiner.
Wow,
the only
wow.
thing is the examiner would be on a screen.
Okay,
live
that's
with the
lovely.
candidate.
We have Amna Tahir. Amina, where are you? Come forward. I'm going to answer your question, Amina. All right. So Amina is asking, can you share details of one skill retake? What is it and how can I benefit from it? Amina, I would like you to see the pinned comment and there you will find a link. So I want you to just send us this question there as well. So Tasif, what do you say? Like she's asking, can you share details of one skill retake? I think my team can work on that, right? So you can just send the details. And what is it? We've already answered, but if you want to summarize.
I think for the benefit of someone who may have joined late. So one skill retake is an option for our IELTS test takers who have got the result, but they're not satisfied with the result of one of the skill. So say, for example, you're not satisfied with speaking or writing skill, your desired score was maybe 7 and you got a 6.5 there, and you think you can improve on that. So one skill retake gives you that opportunity to skill, prepare and sit for the test. The best thing with this is you have got 60 days to decide for one skill retake. So if you think after maybe 30 days that you probably need to sit for the one skill retake and get a better score to get that opportunity, maybe that university admission or the course that you want, you can opt for one skill retake. Another thing that I mentioned earlier, and I would like to repeat that, is what if, the fear is, what if I get a bad score this time for whatever reason? Maybe I get confused or something. So the best thing is your old result and your one skill retake result both remain valid. So there is no risk. So if you apply for a one skill retake, you get a better score, you can use that. If you get the same or you get, if God forbid, a bad result, you still have your old result that remains valid and that can be used as well.
Okay.
So that's the one skill retake.
Fantastic. And you know, I really appreciate your energy. You are answering every question in a way that you are answering first question, okay? Ehsan has asked the question which Tasif has already answered. Ehsan is saying, what is the timeline to apply for one skill retakes? 60 days.
60 days from result.
From result. And I tell you, Tasif, to be very honest, our students, they are so indecisive. They decide after 62 days and then they contact British Council and they ask, I want to go for it and all that. Okay, we have Arsalan. Hello Arsalan, I want you to comment. I've got your question. Arsalan is asking, oh gosh, all right, yes, Arsalan, your question is here. Can I take one skill retake in Pakistan if I have attempted IELTS in another country? Wow, that's an amazing question. What is the answer?
That's
yes
an
or no?
interesting question. The answer, simple answer is no, but I'll tell you why. So you have to remember, you have to apply for your one skill retake from the center where you appeared from.
Okay.
So when you register, you get an email from your center. Ensure that you contact the same center to register for your one skill retake, and that's the very, very important. So it is, even in Pakistan, you have to remember the center from the email that you receive for your registration. That is the one you need to contact for your one skill retake.
All right, so same center. So next we have Hadia Sayyed. Hadia, let me stop your question. Oh my God. Okay, Hadia is asking, can you share some information about inquiry on results? Tasif has already spoken a lot, but Hadia, for you, we are going to summarize inquiry on result. We call it EOR. So can you tell us briefly again, please, about EOR?
Yeah, so EOR is inquiry on results. In simple terms, it's rechecking request from a candidate for their one or more skills. Excuse me. So if you're not satisfied with your result, in addition to the one skill retake, you also have an option to apply for rechecking that we call EOR. So you can apply for EOR for after your result, and there is a certain to it. So what happens in EOR, it goes for rechecking with an examiner who goes through your script without looking at your previous scores.
Will it be the same examiner or
it could be any examiner, and they will not know that this has been assessed before and what the result was.
Wow.
So just to ensure the impartiality and getting the fair result out, the outcome could be you get the same score, or in some cases, very rare it happens, is you get a and increase the score. So there, in that case, if you get a score that is higher than your previous score, your fee that you've submitted for ER gets refunded back to you.
Okay, that's good.
And you get a new TRF as well.
All right, now we have Sabi. I stopped his question. It's important. Sabi is asking, can we get hard copy of result card if required, or the soft copy is acceptable? Because these days mostly they're getting PDF. So yes, this is important question.
So with the digitalization, the soft copy is the one that we give out to the test takers, and that is more than enough. Recognizing and accepting organizations. Just in case there is a requirement for a printed TRF, a hard copy of the result form, all you need to do is contact the British Council. We can print it out and send it to you. If there is a requirement from you, say there are lots of candidates who come to us for Canada's Skilled Express Entry program or different immigration programs, where there is a requirement that the IELTS result be sent in a sealed envelope from the British Council directly to the immigration authority. We can also do that on your behalf, and that service is available. But in most of the cases, the soft copy of the result, which should be more than enough, and it is widely accepted.
Okay, there are so many questions, but Tasif, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? Thank you for your patience, actually. Next question is from Zaim. Zaim, hello, how are you doing? Zaim is asking, do we have any resources available for preparation before the registration? That's important. Yes. When you register, you get IELTS Ready Premium, but before registration?
So before registration, we have IELTS Ready member. So you go on British Council website, whichever country you are in, just search British Council website, go there. You get access free of cost to IELTS Ready member. You can register and you can start using the mock tests that are available there, the video, the tutorials, the tips and tricks. So that will help you see where you are from your desired score and what are the areas that you need to work on to get your desired score. So IELTS Ready member is available before you even register for your test.
Okay, that's good. Saqib is asking us a question. Well, Saqib, we have already spoken on this thing, but let me ask Tasif again. What if I have a medical condition? Does British Council provide any support for the test?
Can you just repeat that?
Sure, sure. He's asking, Saqib is asking, Saqib, thank you so much. You are the only. Tasif asked me to repeat the question. I appreciate that. See that? He just got it actually. So what if I have a medical condition? Does British Council provide any support for the test? You're not tired, right?
No, I'm perfectly fine. And that's something that I really want to address, and thank you, Saqib, for asking that question. Yes. So if someone has a medical condition, so there may be different examples. So someone has a requirement for large font size, they may have visual impairment and everything. So what we can offer is large font size in their exam. If someone requests for a support in terms of they cannot write and they need someone to scribe it for them, so we can arrange that for them as well. If someone has a medical condition where they cannot sit in front of a computer for their test, we can arrange especially for them an IELTS on paper that will be specially designed for them to appear. We have recently had a case a couple of months back in Pakistan. Due to a medical condition, and we were able to offer them an IELTS on paper in Pakistan, even though it's not available anymore. So even if you have a requirement, say as simple as a magnifying glass, we can arrange that for you as well. All you need to do is contact us, the British Council, in advance before registering for your test. Let us know what your requirements are. We will come back to you if we need more details, more evidences, medical documents, and we will guide you on how to take it forward. And in 9 out of 10 cases, we will be able to support you, take the test and achieve whatever you're trying to achieve.
Tasif, let me tell you one thing, many candidates are going to ask you for magnifying glass, okay? The reason is in IELTS reading, they have to scan. So they will say, I need a magnifying glass for scanning. Next, we have Ikram. And Ikram is asking, wow, that's another good question. Can I use my hearing device during my test? Because as no gadgets are allowed in actual IELTS exam, even digital watches and all that. So can he use his hearing aid during IELTS exam? Ikram,
Okay.
thank you.
So it's linked to the question that we had previously. So yes, you can use your hearing aid if that is a medical requirement and that is something that is absolutely necessary for you to attempt the test. All you need to do is contact us in advance, let us know of your requirements, submit your medical evidences. The timeline for this, and I will link it with the previous question as well. You need to contact us in advance, and it may take from 2 to 6 weeks for us to ensure the arrangements and everything that is done for you. So you need to contact us in advance. You need to give us 2 to 6 weeks notice. So you have to plan that to ensure you get the right facilitation, the right arrangement, whatever the requirement is. So yes, in this specific case that the question has been asked by the viewer, what you can do is let us know your requirements, send us your medical documents, any supporting document that is there to ensure, and what kind of hearing device you're using, send us a photo of it, a model of it, and that we will be able to support you, use that hearing aid for your test.
All right, I've noticed one thing, that at the British Council, you guys are quite supportive. I mean, otherwise it's easy to say no to such type of candidates, but you really support them. I'm impressed. We have Ibrahim. Okay, Ibrahim, well guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to take up as many questions as possible. Otherwise, there is a link in the pinned comment. Just click that link and raise your question there and we will get back to you. Okay, so I'm trying to take as many questions as possible. Now we have Ibrahim. Ibrahim is asking, can I apply for change of test date if I'm unable to appear for my test due to any reason? Yes, that's a good question.
So if there is a valid reason, yes, you can apply for a test date transfer. So it happens and you could not reach for, or you're set for your test on the test day, and you can apply for a test date transfer by submitting evidences of the reasons due to which you were not able to. So then you need to submit those. They are subject to approval. However, there is an option available. So we recently had a candidate who had an accident on the way for the exam. They couldn't contact us for 3 days because they were in a condition at a hospital, and they contacted us later. After that, their teacher contacted the British Council saying that my student got in an accident, admitted in a hospital. So what we did was we asked them how long, what time they need. So they booked for a test 2 months after. So we were able to transfer them to a date that was convenient for the candidate to come and sit for the test. So yes, the answer is do contact us as soon as possible, within or at least within 7 days of the test. Write to us with the evidences, supporting evidences that kind of made you unable to sit for the test, and we will be able to support you as much as possible for your extending your test date transfer.
Okay, that's fantastic. Junaid has asked us a very innocent question. Junaid, I wish I could see your face, and I just wanted to make sure whether you are actually innocent or you look innocent, but you are very cunning. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay. So, Junaid wants to know, can I use my original result card after appearing for one skill retake? Like, you know, one skill retake, you get another result card, and then there is one before. So, can he use his original result card? He's just asking, like, after second marriage, can I contact my first wife and all that? So, Junaid, this is for you actually.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting question, and we talked about it earlier as well. So, and that's one of the fear students have. So when they appear for one skill retake and they fear, what if I get a bad result this time, even worse than that? Then, so what we are here to tell you is, after you have taken your one skill retake and you have got the result, and if you don't want to use that result after one skill retake, your original result will still remain valid, and you can use it as long as and till it is valid for 2 years.
Okay.
So you can use it, and you can use both of the results.
That's
so they
great.
both remain valid for
All
you.
right. So don't worry about that. Once there was a person and he married the first lady and he was unhappy. Then he married the second lady and he was still unhappy. And then he married the third lady and he was still unhappy. And then he decided to go for the first lady. That's okay. So in that case, like you can have your
Yes.
original result and all that. So finally, I want you a big piece of advice for my students, for my candidates who are going to appear in IELTS in the next 2-3 weeks or even tomorrow. What do you say to them?
What I would tell to the people who are planning to appear for IELTS, so since I've been through that myself and I've seen the transformation and the result that it has brought to me, prepare well. English is a language that will help you in your, not just the immediate need that you have, maybe for university admission. It will be something that will help you in your lifelong journey. Now that we have entered into the era of AI, the language of technology is English. So, and IELTS is something that pushes you out of your comfort zone to improve your language proficiency, to help you become better. And with IELTS, you get to read a lot of things that are beyond your scope. So for me, when I was doing IELTS, I did engineering, so I used to study about that. But with IELTS, I used to read a lot of other topics and subjects. And that helped me increase my knowledge, improve my language proficiency, and helped me, and is still helping me till this day. And it was, I think, ages ago when I sat for my IELTS test. So that is the advice: prepare well, be confident. For a few weeks or months or maybe a year or two, it's something that will help you throughout your life.
Okay.
So, and I wish you all the best for your IELTS test.
That's great, fantastic. Tasif, I don't believe you when you said ages ago. You look far younger than your age, okay?
Trust me, it's been ages.
That's great, guys. Thank you so
you.
very much. And you know, like there were several insights into IELTS. There were so many things, even being a trainer, I didn't know. But now I'm fully charged, okay? I know everything, and I really appreciate how supportive you are. And like in the case, like one candidate, he met with an accident on test day and still you accommodated him. These things are really remarkable. So I'm once again thankful to you that you gave me your precious time, and whatever you shared. Guys, we have a link even after this live class. You have a question, now we are live, okay? So even after this live class, if you have a question, there is that link in the pinned comment. Just click on that link and you can ask anything and we will just answer that, right? Thank you so much once again. I'm so happy.
Thank you,
yes,
sir.
exactly.
Pleasure.
Because I mean, you shared, what do you say, loads of information with me, right? Yaqub wishes you all the best. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. Allah Hafiz.